Hey, what's up, guys? It's 4 Ninja Toads, and we are talking about Boruto, Naruto Next Generation's Metal Lee Goes Wild. Alright, so overall, I thought it was a great episode. I thought it could have used a little bit more material about Metal Lee. Everybody wants to know about Metal Lee and who his parents actually are, really are. I guess a lot of things are left to assumptions at this point. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Alright, so the episode starts off again with the shadowy figure. And to me, it actually looks kind of like, and I'm looking at it right now, it kind of looks like it almost looks like a puppet. And it's kind of weird because it's got glowing eyes. And if you look at the figure, I don't know, it's just totally weird. I don't understand what exactly it is. It almost looks like a puppet. And it's got the weird snake sage mode thing. And I'm calling it sage mode because it reminds me of the Mitsuki sage mode. If you read the manga, Mitsuki does have this sage mode where these snakes come out, and they look exactly like those. Well, I guess I don't want to say exactly because I don't remember. I have to go look, but I think they're pretty similar. I don't know. Is this shadowy figure a failed Mitsuki clone? Which, of course, we've already seen a bunch of Orochimaru test subjects, test failures, and things like that in the series. So I wouldn't doubt it that this is actually some kind of Mitsuki clone fail or something. I don't know. An early Mitsuki, because we haven't seen Mitsuki in the anime yet. So could this be the way they're introducing Mitsuki into... I don't think it's actually Mitsuki, but it might be a failed clone of Mitsuki. Which, of course, that would mean Orochimaru was... it was Orochimaru's fault that this thing is out there to begin with, right? Whatever it is. Alright, so enough about the shadowy figure. Let's talk about Metal Lee. Alright, so Metal Lee, he's very confident. He's actually very skilled. But he freezes up whenever people are watching him. Whenever he gets nervous and he shuts down. He cannot perform. And I posted on Twitter and on Facebook, that part where he's throwing the shuriken and Shikadai and Inoji are watching him, and he freezes up and he just kind of like, ugh. He just throws the shuriken all crappy. That's how I feel when I live stream. Sometimes it's like there's a lot of pressure, and of course you're kind of expected to perform, but whatever. So that's kind of how I feel when I live stream. But anyway, Metal Lee, so he shuts down under pressure, which is kind of the opposite of Rock Lee. All right, so let's talk a little bit about. Everybody is guessing that Tenten is his mom. And everybody is assuming Rock Lee is his dad. And I don't think it's really... Was it ever really confirmed? Alright, so if you guys know this, the answer to this, was it really confirmed that Rock Lee is in fact Metal Lee's father? I mean, his name is Lee, right? So we're led to assume that he is Rock Lee's son. But again, remember, in the very beginning of Naruto, when I first started watching, I was like, is that his kid? Is that Might Guy? Is Rock Lee Might Guy's kid? And it was kind of iffy because, of course, they had different names and such. But with Metal Lee, they have the same last name. And of course, Metal versus Rock. I think that's a name that Might Guy and Rock Lee would pick, right? Oh, let's call him Metal Lee because he's tougher than Rock, and stuff like that. Well, anyway, so so he has trouble performing, and he throws the shuriken, and then Boruto out of nowhere comes out, and I think Boruto didn't get a lot of. I can't say he got a lot of attention in this episode. It was more about Metal Lee and kind of them working together to stop Metal Lee. Well, I guess we did talk. We did see a little bit more of Boruto's eye. All right, so Boruto comes in with the demon wind shuriken. I forget what it's called, and he throws it because he's such a badass, right? He wants to do everything the way he right off the bat. So he throws it, and Metal Lee, he's confident that he could, he could kick it out of the way, right, or he could stop it. So, but again, everybody is watching him because, of course, he's in danger, right? He had this giant blade hurled at his head. Uh, so he freezes up and he kicks it and he kind of just flies with the shuriken, and he crashes into the targets, right? So they all get in trouble for that. So where do you send kids that get in trouble? You send them up really high to fix a monument, right? That's I thought that was really really funny. Was let's go put him in this dangerous place, right? I'm sure. I mean, they're ninja, right? They're training to be ninja, but still, they're little kids. Let's make them go fix the seventh Hokage's face up in the monument, which it's kind of like, what? Why would you do that to little kids? But anyway, so they're up there, and again, Metal Lee screws it up. He gets a little too excited, and he causes a rock slide, right? And this kind of brings up the attention to the class rep girl a little bit. Boruto kind of calls her, hey, class rep. He doesn't even know her name. But I just found it amusing. It's kind of, I don't know if she's going to be the next Hinata or what the deal is. I'm sure there are already shipping wars out there going on right now as we speak, which I do not want to get involved with. But yeah, so Metal Lee screws up again, right? And once they're done there, on the way home, Shikamaru's like, hey dude, you don't have to try so hard, you're just causing more work, blah blah blah. You freeze up when you get nervous, blah. And Metal Lee, of course, takes it to heart, and he gets very very depressed. He gets very sad. And a funny thing is, Inoji, which is the one that's very very blunt, is like, hey, should you have said that, Shikadai? Wait, did I say Shikamaru? I meant Shikadai. If I said Shikamaru, I'm sorry, I meant Shikadai. Shikadai was talking about, he wasn't really putting him down. He was more like, hey, this was so tiring. It's kind of like, don't do that again, type of thing. But anyway, so Metal Lee goes home. Everybody goes home, right? We see Shikadai at home with Shikamaru and Tamari. And Tamari is just so funny. Like, she's always so serious. She's very serious. And Shikamaru is like, so you got in trouble. Yeah, that's how you learn stuff in the academy. And Tamari gets pissed. She's like, no dinner for you guys. And they go to bed hungry as heck. And you could hear their stomachs. And it's funny that Shikamaru is so smart, but he doesn't get, hey, we kind of have to do some parenting here. You kind of got to tell him not to get in trouble anymore. I thought it was pretty funny. But the next day we get, we can assume that Metal Lee gets bit by that weird snake, because he's got that weird purple aura thing around him, and Boruto can see it. Again, they show his eye, and this time they do take a closer look at his eyes. And it does look like Tensiegan, which is what everybody is saying it is, right? It does look a little bit. You can see the weird little floral thing on his eye. And I know somebody, Jay, brought it up in my Naruto group. If you're watching, Jay, peace. All right, so Jay did bring it up in my Naruto group that it does have that weird, you faintly see it. But again, it's not really Tensiegan. It's got to be something else. I don't know. I got to go back and look at the movie again. But how does a Tensiegan see anything? I don't remember how it sees things. I have to go look at that. And that might bring a little bit more into light. Because he's seeing this weird purple aura thing that nobody else can see. I don't even know. I wish we had a Sharingan user. Sarada has not awakened her Sharingan. Maybe. Well, anyway, enough about that. So Metal Lee goes crazy, right? And he's really, really powerful. And he almost breaks the shadow binding, which is pretty cool. And a lot of people are saying, talking about the gates, but it doesn't look like he even tries to open the gates. I mean, usually you get a sequence that shows him, showing the gate opening, but he's immensely strong. He's immensely powerful when he's confident and not nervous, which was really cool. And I like the teamwork that they did together with Inojin, Boruto, and Shikadai. I thought it was awesome that they showed them working together. And overall, though, like these last episodes have been slowly building up the people around Boruto, right? Uh, Metal Lee eventually he's gonna be their friend, right? Well, after this, it was pretty much he was their friend, right? And then the other I forget the other kid's name, but slowly his group is getting bigger. He's connecting with more people. I don't know if it's really a bad thing, but I mean it's gonna lead up to that shadowy figure again. What is up with this guy, and is that snake bite kind of a curse mark type of thing? And it seemed to only attack the people when they're sad or down. I don't know if it feeds off of that or what the deal is. And it seemed like the only way to break it is to knock them out almost, or really jolt it, give them a big jolt, and that weird chakra stuff left. I don't know what the deal is with that. If you guys have any other ideas about this, let me know in the comments. I think that's all there really is to talk about. Oh, also, actually, Boruto, his eye thing again. He goes and talks to Hinata. He's trying to figure out what is up with his eye, because I don't know that he's seen his eye actually change. Does anybody actually see his eye change, or is that kind of just meant for us, right? Us, the viewer. I'm curious as to, because it didn't seem like anybody noticed his eye change, or I don't think they saw his eye, or else they probably would have said, "Hey, look at your crazy eye." So I'm really curious about that. Is the eye thing meant for us as the viewer, or can other characters see his eye do that crazy stuff, right? That's another thing I'm curious about. He tries to get more information about the Byakugan and what it is, and of course it's not Byakugan for sure, because he doesn't get those weird veiny things, and usually you can see chakra points. But this was just that weird aura thing, specifically that aura that he's watching, that he can see. And I'm curious if that's some kind of sage mode, because of course remember that his Rasengan changes in nature, right? Too, which is pretty cool. Anyway, if you guys have more information, you guys want to talk about it, drop some comments below. Hit me up with the like button if you enjoy these type of videos. All right, that's it for now, guys. This is 4 Ninja Toads, and I'm out. Peace. Yeah.